Hello, welcome to the Jim Plays, a show where I play games and generally do whatever I feel like, and then I put it on the internet so someone can make dick jokes in the comments. Anyway, thought I'd start us off with a little FTL, faster than light. It's a roguelike in space. So here we go. Gonna kind of explain a few things. Now I've played a little FTL in the past, even beaten it once, which is amazingly difficult. For those of you familiar with roguelikes, these games are almost entirely random each time you play them. This one in particular is very much a roll of the dice. So this is the standard ship with the standard name, the Kestrel. I've unlocked a few others, as you can see there as I flip through them. But I think for game one we're just going to do this, and I'm going to rename it. The Apartment, because I live in an apartment. And we'll give all of these guys names. Here we go. Jim, of course, is the pilot and captain of the apartment because I'm playing the game, damn it. And, well, you know what, so I don't have to screw around with their genders, these ones will be named after my roommates. And Brandon, here we go. Whoop. Keep trying to click in the name bar, and that is not how you do it, folks. Alright, so Jim, Justin, and Brandon, my two roommates there. Shout out to them if they're watching this. Anyway, alright, so you play a Federation ship who has information vital to the continued survival of the Federation, with an encroaching rebel fleet chasing you. So here we go. First thing I'm going to do, turn on my burst lasers and my Artemis missile launcher and auto fire, which will keep them firing at things that I target. And now we're going to find a new system. Alright. We're going to start with you, because you give me choices. Alright. You've received a request. All of our military ships have been destroyed or damaged during the rebellion. However, there have been reports of Mantis War Camp only a few jumps away from us. Can you help? Yeah, why not? I like side quests. So they're going to kick me out 12 scrap here, which is essentially money. You use it to upgrade your ships, buy stuff, etc., etc., etc. So you'll be seeing a lot of, you know, scrap usage throughout this game. And a quest marker, which you can see popped up over here. There's a store here, which usually sells things a lot more expensive than I can afford, but I don't want to take too much time getting to it, because I got to get all the way over here and then all the way down here, which is going to be a few jumps because I won't be able to jump all of that. These are actually about maximum distance for what I'm going to get, and I'm pretty sure next turn over on this edge right over here we're going to start seeing the rebel fleet that's chasing me show up. But we have some time, so I think I'm going to go here first. Alright, scout ship, rebel scout ship, run by an AI. You know what, it's protecting a cache. Let's blow it up and take their stuff, huh? Alright, so you can hit spacebar at any time to pause the game, a very nifty feature, because I know a lot of people, oh, I totally forgot to assign stations. Anyway, alright, so Justin, you're our shield guy. Brandon, you're gonna be on weapons. Let's do this. But yeah, you can pause at any time, which is really nice for people who get kind of like overwhelmed really easy when a lot of stuff is going on. Assign orders like I just did with them. You see the little green dots where they're going to be going. Only one person can man a station at a time, which will light these things up. See how I have someone in piloting right now, so that's filled in. And then you can kind of see over here your enemy ship. They've got a few systems of their own, piloting shields, engines, weapons. You can kind of tell what they got going on here. It looks like they've got some lasers. So what we're going to do is we're going to target their shields, and I'm going to fire a missile at their weapons. And then we unpause, everybody starts going. See our weapons take a little bit to charge up here. Those bars just shortened because I put Brandon here on guns. Ooh, well, piloting got disabled there. I only have a limited number of missiles, so I'm actually going to disable those and give that remaining juice, because you have only so much power. This is your reserve power. When I take it away from one system like that, it goes into the reserve, and then I can give it to other systems. But because this only took one power to power, I took it away from that. I give it to the engines, which as soon as our piloting is repaired, will give us an evade chance. Your evade chance gets bigger both with a pilot and an engineer. So here we go. I'm going to continue. I'm apparently not very good at repairs. Fire. Okay, so fire is one of those things that happens. It's not really damaging my ship right now. I could send somebody in there to repair it, but we're in space. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open some doors and vent the sucker out. No oxygen, no fire. Science, kiddies. Alright, now I'm going to retarget my burst lasers onto their weapons because their shields are completely down. Alright, fire's out. I'm closing some doors so we can get some people in there if need be. Though none of our systems are out right this second, so I don't think it's going to be necessary. We're going to wrap this up here in just a second. Alrighty, and one more burst laser out to do it. So as soon as there we go. Okay. So he breaks apart. Got 13 scrap from him. Let's see what was in the station he was guarding. 4 missiles, a drone part, and 9 scrap. Missiles obviously feed missile launchers. Drone parts go here. I don't actually have a drone bay right now, but if I did, it would go in likely one of these blank spaces. I don't remember which one exactly on this ship. But you can see I have 44 scrap here. Now what I can do with that is down here I can increase the amount of total power I have for 20 scrap per bar right now, which this increases the more power I purchase, and that goes into my systems as I explained earlier. Here I increase the total amount of power that I can give to each system. So I can only give 3 power to my weapons right now. I can only power the Artemis and the burst laser that I have. So if I had something else that required power, I'd have to increase my cap or not use one of my weapons. Down here, subsystems, however, when you upgrade those don't draw off of your reactor power. So if I increase, say, the doors to, as you can see over there on the right, blast doors. Right now, if I were to get boarded, the boarders could just walk from room to room. The doors would open for them. But if I increase the blast doors, not only does it not take power, but they have to beat doors down to get from one area to the next. So it's handy for slowing down boarders, etc. And there are little upgrades that you get from all of your subsystems and whatnot. Here you can look at your crew and whatnot, dismiss them, but we're not going to do that because that would be bad. Over here you get equipment, augmentations, stuff you're not using, drones, etc., etc. And if I got a drone bay, it would pop up here and have a bar just like my weapon systems do. Alright, so let's reactivate. Okay, let's take one off the engines, put it back in my missile launcher. So those will start charging immediately. Actually, I'm going to purchase some bonus power here. And most upgrades come in twos, so you'll see me buy my power in twos like that. So I just bought two bars of power. You see the price increased by 5. So my next 2 or 3 will cost 25 each. So on we go. We're going to jump to the next sector. Down here we've received a distress that tends to be not combat so much as some sort of situation. If you have the right, tends to be, you know what, I'll just show you. So you find the source of the distress call, a small research station. It appears a small laboratory fire got out of control and is threatening to destroy the station. Their fire suppression system is not responding. So I can send my crew in a shuttle to help put out the fire. Try to dock and rescue survivors, which will risk my crew, risk my ship, or I can just leave them to their fate. If I had one of the alien species on board, the rock creature crewmen, I could send them in because they're immune to fire, and it would show down as a little special blue option down here. I'm going to risk my ship because I can repair that, and I can't, raise crewmen from the dead. So, hey, one of the survivors joined my crew, and I got 8 scraps. So, who did we get? We got a Mantis. Now, Mantis, Jones here, we'll see. Mantis gets some special bonuses. Double damage in combat, 1.2 times movement speed, but their repair speed is halved, so they're really good at fighting. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Jones on engines. So now we got a fully crewed ship. And you see, like I was talking about, now we have a 15% evade chance. And if actually I gave more power to the engine, it jumps up to a 20 here. Whereas when Jones wasn't on engines, he's worth 5 all on his own. Alright, so here we go. Jumping on to the next section. Only have 12 scrap, but the rebels are getting close. So we'll stay. Oh man. Alright. So you see this big ball of gas kind of looks like a sun in the background? That's because I seem to have jumped too close to a sun. Every little bit there's going to be a solar flare. It's going to light fires on my ship, which is balls. So I'm going to want to try and get done with this ASAP. For whatever reason, these guys not having an issue. So here we go. We're going to target their weapons and their shields. Actually, I'm going to do that in reverse. Boom! First volley. That's cute. Alright, 5 fuel, 6 missiles, 10 scrap. Alright. Deal. If it'll help me get out of here with less damage. Now I gotta wait for my FTL to charge up. Oh! Did we get out of there in time? I heard the sound effect. That is frightening. So, yeah, we're gonna go to the store. Small shop. Alright. So, shops can fix your hull. You can buy augments from crew members, sometimes weapons, fuel, missiles, drone parts. You can sell the stuff you already have, but right now I don't have very much, so I'm going to hang on to what I got. And you know what, I'm just going to fix the hull. Oh, looks like we didn't get out of there in time. But there is a fire. So we're going to send Jones and Brandon down here to put it out. And you can see their health diminishing down here on the side, because fire hurts. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Alright, so fire's out. Now I'm going to send them to med bay, where they can get healed back up. You can increase the speed at which med bay heals. Also over here, you see all the little bars. Jones has picked up some engine skill a little bit. Brandon on weapons, Justin on shields, me piloting. So we're going to send them back to their stations and get underway. There's another store up there. Okay. I almost forgot I had to make it to that quest marker. Alright, so another AI ship. You can tell configuration's got no shields. So he's attacking refueling depot. You know what? We're gonna intervene and defend them. So he's gonna turn on us. I'm gonna target his weapons with just the burst laser. Should be good times for all. Okay, so what happened there is I never did explain that missiles go through shields. What they do. So, you know, one of the big benefits of firing missiles is you don't have to worry about how much shields they have. Wow, game sound is up really high. We don't have to worry about how many shields they have. Cool, so the outpost gave us an additional missile drone part and 15 scrap. We got a nice hefty chunk of scrap there. So that's always nice. Let's go into the ship, see what we want to do here. I'm going to build another power bar because I like having some in reserve. Okay. Well, so I think this is where I'm going to call it for now. Please like, please subscribe, tell your friends to tell their friends, and stay tuned for part 2.